So I think about, what was it, a week ago or something, I posted this video of Persephia with a bunch of attack power, and everybody was like, oh, well, you know, like if you did this, like, you could get more, or like, oh, I got more with, like, a Rockoid in Whales Challenge, and I, like, used Stair Rockoid, yada, yada, yada. So I said, okay, I understand the attack power that I got in that video was not, like, the highest you could possibly get, but I knew, I think I said it in that video too, I knew for a fact that the way to get the highest attack power in this game was with Persephia and Grimoris. So I sought out, I knew there was a way. I knew there was a way to make this, like, to get, like, unbelievable amounts of attack power. So I set out to make a team that would do that. And sure enough, this is the team. I actually would not have been able to do this without Vixian. So I just want to give a shout out to the most recent anniversary, because she is, I believe, the only monster in the game with, like, unlimited teammate killing. Because, like, backstab, backbite, those all have, like, cannibalize, those all have use limits. But this unwanted morph does not. So shouts to Vixian for making this possible. I just want to give a little explanation of what I was doing. I knew I needed stun, a lot of stun, and I knew I needed a way to get Grimoris a kill, right? So the way I did that was by using, actually, as you saw in the beginning there, Garden Fairy Hebe, with her Vigor Life Flip enemy, bringing one of the enemies down to 1 health, because I did have to do this in just, like, test your team hell mode, because, like, where else is this going to happen, you know? And also, like I said in the last video with Whales Challenge, you only have a limited number of monsters. So using a full team, I had to do this in hell mode, which means it's really hard to get a kill with Grimoris if these people have, like, 30,000 health and, you know, 30,000 defense. So I had to use Life Flip enemy, bring that Aura Dragon down to 1 health. And you're going to see later when Grimoris enters, that way I can use Dream Hunt and I can get a kill on her, so I can start using Invoke. This Gandalf Frog came in so clutch using Unlimited Mark, because I, like, had to be very careful with when I killed monsters with Vixian, because I needed to maintain control, but I also needed certain monsters to stay on the field for a certain amount of time. And so there I killed Gandalf Frog, but I still had to use an attack, which took away the mark, because I needed the accelerate on Raijin to get the most out of my cornered stuns. So there, just look at the amount of bronze shells I have at the end of the team. I think it's hilarious. But now, finally able to kill Vixian, because I can pull off this cornered stun on Atrahasis and then do my stun burst, and finally bring in Persephia, the woman of the hour, the girl we are going to be giving an unbelievable amount of attack power. And now I have a kill on Grimoris. I have the ability to mark this Cosmo Dragon. And then I have a charged up Razor Ray ready to stun. I get them up to 700 seconds. And yeah, now the fun begins. Let's take a preliminary look. That was, I believe, 1 or 2 invokes. I don't remember exactly, but 4,700 attack. Okay, keep that number in your mind. 4,700 is where she started off, okay? And as you can see now, I have this unbelievably, unbelievably meticulous stun setup. I'm going to speed it up for you here, because, gosh, I wish I had, like, taken a screenshot of my screen time today. Not today, but the day I recorded this. Because no, I did not do it live, because yes, I did this over the span of multiple time periods of, like, 30, 45 minutes of just, like, charging with Razor Ray and cornered stunning. Here I slowed it down just to show you guys, like, the timings would get pretty intricate once the enemies got pretty close to getting a turn again. I had to be careful with when I was skipping and when I was charging, so I had to make sure, like, I would have enough seconds to cornered stun before doing another charge. So, like, here I can't do another charge, right? And Drake is out of commission for the next couple enemy turns, so I had to use the energy blast there. And that's kind of how this whole thing went. It was just a lot of clicking Invoke on Persephia, a lot of cornered stuns, a lot of energy charges, a lot of energy charges. And then finally, after, you know, 500, 600, 700 seconds passed. Then I would use an energy blast and start the whole thing over again. And now I just want to, like, because this goes on for a really long time, I just want to talk about some stuff. So this PvP season, I know I like complained a lot and I wasn't really winning, but then I went into ranked and I used crystal worms anyway, even though I said they weren't working for me, and I still finished like without trying very hard. I think I was top 100. I don't actually remember, but I like placed decently. It wasn't like top 50 or like anywhere close to the best that I've done. There I actually made a mistake and charged where I shouldn't have. So that was super scary. But since the monster that I left was a Trahasis, I knew he would necromancy, so I had a little bit of freedom there, freedom of making that mistake. But from then on, I was like, okay, I really need to be careful, because if he would have done Ultra Dusk, then Persephia would have died and the whole thing would have been over and I would have been really mad. Also, just like to point out that that Sonic Blast did 1,000 seconds, which is crazy. Anyway, PvP. Yeah, I used crystal worms in the ranked and like I did totally fine. So I'm probably going to keep using them, except gummy dragons. Those sound like so much fun. They're basically crystal worms but different. And so I'm going, of course, you know me, I'm going to try them this season. I'm going to see if they work. They sound fun. Like, they look like they work pretty well, maybe. They're all really slow. They, like, instead of crystal worms having, like, different speed, all of the gummy dragons have 30% speed. So it'll just be interesting to see how they fit into PvP. And, yeah, here I slowed it down just to do a Persephia check. 340,000 attack, which is already, like, double my last video. Just want to point that out. But, yeah, I think gummy dragons are just going to be fun. And like that's really why I play this game. That's why I do PvP, is because it's fun, right? So yeah, like I care about ranking well, but honestly, I don't care about like the clout that comes with rank. I just want to rank high enough to get the new monster every time, because there's a couple monsters that I missed, like that I really wish I had, that I missed because I didn't do PvP back then. Here I slowed it down again just because we're getting down to another Sonic Blast. But, like, I think Musashoid was, like, a PvP reward at some point in the past. And I know, oh, gosh, what's his name? The Storm Hedgehog was definitely a PvP reward a couple seasons ago before I started doing PvP. Like, Joka Dragon, I didn't do PvP that season, so I'm just missing out on a bunch of cool monsters. So, of course, I'm going to keep doing it, but I'm doing it for fun. As long as I rank, like, top 300 to get, like, the monster and a couple of copies of it, I'm satisfied. So I'm going to use gummy dragons. I'm going to use this season to, like, try and figure out something new that can work, maybe in place of crystal worms. But, of course, you know, I can always go back to crystal worms. Here's another Persephia check. We were at 500,000. At this point, I was like, how long do I want to go, right? Because I think at this point in time, we can all acknowledge that this is going to go on forever. This could have gone on forever if I let it. So, to all the people that say, no, you could have done this to get the highest attack power possible. No, you're wrong. This is the way to get the highest attack power possible. We can all acknowledge the fact that if I wanted to, I could have made this go on for eternity, and Persephia would have had infinite attack power. We are all in agreement that there is no possible way to get more attack than this, okay? So if somebody wants to do it and go on for eternity and beat me for highest attack power ever had in Neomonsters, I'm fine with that. Go for it. Waste your time on that. I don't care. I'm just saying this could have gone on for eternity. So let's just take a second to applaud me. You know, thank you very much. I had a lot of fun doing this. I don't know why this idea came into my head, but like ever since Grimoris came out, I was like, yo, Persephia though? That was like the first thought when I saw Invoke, was like, you could use that on Persephia, because Persephia had already been released when Grimoris came out. But anyway, that's just a fun little thing. But yeah, this is the infinite attack power Persephia. Nobody can do it better than I can. That's just like, well, okay, let me rephrase that. All the people that thought they did it better from my last video, now I rest my case. Okay, thank you very much. And now I totally lost my train of thought. I was definitely going somewhere. Here it was actually really funny because I had been so like ingrained in this this ritual of like clicking. I accidentally used Laser Blast without even thinking, because I thought my Maradrake had a turn, and Cornered Stun is in the same spot as Laser Blast. And so, oh my gosh, I got so lucky. First of all, that I had one Mark Attack left, because you only get three iterations of Mark Attack, three uses of Mark Attack per battle. So that was super lucky. And second of all, lucky that the monster that came in was Aura Dragon. Also lucky that I messed up earlier so that Atrahasis necromancied that Aura Dragon. And also lucky that Aura Dragon decided to use Life Flip Friend, because if he didn't, then I wouldn't have been able to mark him and keep stunning him. So even though I did mess up really badly, luckily, let's just check in with Persephia, 800,000. Luckily, the Aura Dragon, one of my favorite monsters in the game, even though he was on the enemy team, the homie was still looking out for me. So I gotta give shout out to my boy Aura Dragon. Shoot, and literally while I was saying that, I remembered what I was gonna say, and then I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, it was when I got to about 500,000 attack power on Persephia, that I realized it would go on infinitely, and I decided, okay, I'm just gonna get to like 1 million, because who's ever had 1 million attack power in Neomonsters, right? So my goal as of the 500,000 was to get to 1 million. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get Persephia to 1 million attack power, and it's gonna be awesome. And really, what's the point of this? I don't know. Just curiosity, just for fun, you know? You guys know me, I like to make videos that aren't just like, let me show off my PvP team using like Jagardian and Skeleviathan. I like to do stuff that's fun, do stuff that nobody does. And like, when have you ever seen this ever? In the history of Neomonsters content, in the history of Neomonsters, in the history of the world, you know? I'm just bringing unique ideas to the table. I'm contributing whatever the heck I want to the whole Neomonsters, like, existence. Here, slow it down again for another Razor Ray Sonic Blast. I noticed like each one would get like a lot more. Also, can we just look at the total seconds counter? Like this video took a lot to make, because I had to like edit the speed and then commentate over it, and then I had some live commentated things. It's just super weird, but I never actually acknowledged the full seconds counter. So right now we're at 23,000 total seconds have passed, which is crazy. So this is also by far the longest Neomonsters battle that's ever happened. Well, I guess I don't know that for sure, but I'm almost certain it is. Just because, like, what battle is going to last 23,000 seconds, okay? That's a heck ton. So here we go again for our Persephia check, and finally we are at over 1 million. So that's amazing. 1 million attack power Persephia. What if I did more, okay? You know? So at this point, I decided I was just going to keep going. Even though I already reached my goal, I just wanted to see like where I could get it, you know? How high could she really go? So now we're going to switch to my recorded segments of live commentary. You're going to hear a shift in my voice because I recorded it in a different space, yada, yada, yada. But I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Here's just a quick little live status report. I've been doing this for a bit. Persephia is now at 1,792,635 attack. And I just want to show you guys how much this is going to stun. I have charged so many times. So we're looking at this Cosmo Dragon. He goes from 48 to 4,000. So seriously, this could go on infinitely. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to go, but I'm going to keep going because this is so fun. So I'm just doing a quick check. I haven't used a Sonic Blast since that last one. Persephia is currently at 2,440,070 attack. Basically what I've been doing is just repeating this sequence for like ever and ever. And yes, this will go on forever until I decide to stop. And I've noticed the Sonic Blasts get like exponentially more. So check this out. The last one was like what, 4,000? So 55, he's gonna go to 6,174. This is seriously going, like, yes, it could go on forever. It's not going to go on forever because I don't have that kind of patience and I like want to play this game, you know, but yeah, I don't know like what I'm trying to get Persephia to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these guys all the way down to like when they're about to get a turn again to the next Razor Ray Sonic Blast, and I think that's where I'm going to call it, because I think we've all established that this can go on forever. So I'll see you when I get to that point. Okay, so I'm bored of this. This is the Sonic Blast after the one that I just did. We're going to use it. We're going to see how much it stuns. We're going to check Persephia's attack. And then, of course, I mean, you've all been anxiously awaiting. You know, Evan, she's got over 2 million attack power. How hard does she hit? And my genuine answer is I have no idea how hard she's going to hit, but we're going to figure it out. So here goes the Sonic Blast. Aura Dragon goes from 45 to 8,000. Okay. And now, actually, shoot. I think what I'm going to do is I want to get a monster to triple digits in terms of, like, how do I want to do this? Okay, so I actually am going to keep stunning because I want to get somebody up to 10,000 seconds. So we're just going to hard target that Aura Dragon until I get him to 10,000 seconds, just because I've never seen that many on the counter. And then we'll see how hard Persephia hits once she eventually gets a turn and, you know, is able to attack, because I skipped her back 8,000 seconds. Whoopsie. So yeah, let me just cut to that. Okay, the final cornered snipe. Have you ever seen a monster have 10,000 seconds on the counter? 10,118. I don't think you have. So yeah, he's got 37,000 defense. They all have around 30k. Okay, 26,000. Okay, so we're just gonna Sonic Blast here. I'm gonna invoke a couple more times. We're gonna skip. We're gonna invoke. We're gonna skip, and I'm just gonna invoke until Persephia gets this turn. So this is going to be 73 invokes if I'm doing my math correctly, which is absolutely insane. Let's just look at how much it's going up each time. So 3,452,130. 345 is what it was. Now 345, 6888, 345, 346. Okay, so it's going up about 100,000 each time. Let me click this 60 more times, and then I will show you all finally how hard can a Persephia really hit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the final invoke on the infinite attack power Persephia. She has 3,780,225 attack. Keep in mind, I could have kept this going on forever. You saw my setup. I could have made this go on for eternity, but I do want to actually play this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to try a throw next. No, we're going to do an Ultra Dusk first. No, I am going to do a throw next first because it's less seconds. I just want to see how much damage this really does. Okay, RIP Ryzen. I also just want to point out the Vixian. All of these are from the Vixian. So I just think it's really funny the way this team worked out, and I'm really happy it worked. So throw next on a Persephia with 3 million attack, on an Aura Dragon element boost with 37,000 defense. This does, oh my gosh, was that 201? Was that 201 million? Or was it 2 billion? I think it was 201 million. I'll have to go back and look. But that was a lot of heckin' damage. So I want to see this absolutely wipe everybody off the face of the planet. This Ultra Dusk, please don't disappoint me. So I think that was about 2 million damage across the board. That's insane. Persephia, she's a beast. This is a weird video. I know I just posted the other one, but people were like commenting stuff on it, like, oh, if you would have done this, you would have gotten more. So I wanted to just see how much I could get. So here she is, 3 million attack power. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of weird video. But I really enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun like making this team and making this work, even though it took me a long time to get her up this high. But that's all for me today. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.